morning. It's still good morning here, and it's raining outside. Such a wonderful weather. Okay, um, let's get started. I am sorry about the last um, tutorial. I found the voice was very low, and I'm very sorry about that. From this time, I will try to make my voice a little loud so that you guys can hear nicely. Okay, so in this tutorial I will be teaching you two programs. One is known as the Pythagoras theorem, and the other is the factorial, which are like very basic. So, what is a factorial? Well, you guys have probably know multiplication. You must know. So it's like any number's factorial is like suppose you have a number like 5. So the factorial of that number will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So it's like from 1 to up to that number, you multiply every number, and whatever the result, that's the factorial. So this program will calculate the factorial, and it's the same thing. It's just like ask the user for a input, and it's going to calculate its factorial. So since we need an input, we have to like import the scanner class, and we hope we did it correctly. Then we have to create an instance of the class, of the scanner class. I'll call it input, no particular reason. Then I will create an object of the scanner, or did I make on out? So no, input, and this solves it. So I create an instance of the scanner class, called it input, and the next thing that I will be doing is like creating a int variable, call it int equals to var, and it's gonna expect a input from the user. So it's gonna like ask for the user to input a number. No, it doesn't need any arguments. So that's it. You can give a prompt if you like, saying like system.out.println, saying hello, give me a number, I'm very hungry, give me a number. Static is fine, I am very hungry. I have lots of typos. So now these are all the like basic preliminaries for the program. To get into the main thing, we will be needing is a for loop. So let's initialize a for loop, and either like last time, we are gonna like use int so that we don't get that very weird errors we got that last time. And int I is gonna start from like 1, and the maximum value to come is like the value that the user gives, so var, and the increment operator, and then we get the prime logic here. And before we can write the for loop, we need another integer, so we'll call it the int, and it will be having a value of result, and we'll call it result, and its initial value will be 1. We need to initialize it before we can use it. So what result is gonna do is result is gonna like multiply with I, okay, and it's gonna get that multiplication, and it's gonna keep it back to result. So in the first iteration, when I value is equals to 1, result will be 1 into 1, and that value goes back to I, to result. In the next iteration, I will be 2, so result will be 2 into 1, so 2, and 2 values go back. This is similar, like every iteration is increments, and it gets multiplied, so 1 into 2 into 3 into up to the number which we give, which in this case is presented by var. So after we iterate through this, we need to like output it, so we can just use a system.out.println statement, and we're gonna like factorial of the number is like tabas, and it's gonna be result, so it should give the answer. So if we compile it, as usual we are using the plugins, compile it, and hope we don't get any errors, which is highly improbable because we always get an error, and it's going to take a lot of time. I have no idea why. Maybe the factorial needs some initialization, or maybe my system is slow, but here we go, we got some errors. So what it says, publish void. Oh, Sometimes I really hate these things. It's like if you don't give capitalization, there's error. Come on. But but it happens and we can't do anything about it. So again, so many mistakes, so many typos. Next int, then there's like public class factorial. I hope it's right. And what's the error? That's it. And I guess factorial. Come on, so many errors. So now this time when we like compile it, it should give no errors, which I hope it didn't. Yes, and it didn't. So we are good to go. So we run this. Where is our Java tool? We run it, and it's gonna come up with something. Hopefully, quickly. Okay, it came. It's gonna like give me a number. I'm very hungry. So okay, take 5 instead. So the factor of the number is 120, which if you do the multiplication is true. So if you do it again, run, it's gonna like again ask the number. So how about give 10 this time? And it's a very big number. So the program seems to work nice. So let me get it through it once again. It's like this is the import statement. We are using a scanner class, so we need to import it. We are creating an object of scanner class, call it input, and this input object is used to get the input from the user, and we are going to store it in a value in a variable called var, which is of type int. And we are going to iterate through a for loop, which is going to start from 1 and it's go up to the value of the user input, and it in every iteration is going to multiply it and store the value in the result. After the end of this for loop, it's going to display the answer and we get the factorial. So good, isn't it? Just one more time, I like to compile it. 15. Wow, that's a big number. That's a very big number. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any doubts, please let me know, and thank you. Yeah.